What is happening, people? Liverpool Prophet back again with more transfer news, all things Liverpool related. We are back again to talk about a lot to get through, yet again. There's more rumours on Wirtz. There is rumours on what is happening with Luis Diaz. Kerkez latest, of course. More rumours on Milos Kerkez and how far along that is in negotiations. And we have news on potentially Luis Diaz not leaving now. It looks very, very strange. The Luis Diaz one is a very strange situation, but without further ado, let's get into this one. So let's start off with the main talking point at the moment that is everywhere. We have Wirtz now. Wirtz came out yesterday, and I'm not sure if everyone's seen it, but it is there if you look for it. It might not be now because I know the time thing works different, but Wirtz basically put up on his social media that he put up a little message saying, "Who said I want the number 10? I respect other players. Don't believe everything you hear." Now, there's a lot of rumours going around that Wirtz wants for number 10 at Liverpool, which obviously Alexis McAllister is wearing at the moment. And I think he just kind of came out and said, "I'm not bothered about the number. All I want is to play." And if that doesn't tell you that he's pretty much Liverpool bound, I don't know what does. Man said, "The journalists aren't doing it properly. Let me just come out myself and confirm that I am moving to Liverpool," which is exactly what Wirtz has done with that little announcement thing there. Man said the journalists weren't doing it, so I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to confirm my own transfer. And, shortly after that happens, Fabrizio Romano puts someone up saying that Liverpool and Wirtz are in the final negotiations. So, yeah, Fabrizio Romano has been milking this one for about 2 weeks, man. So, it's good that this has finally, or is finally coming to a conclusion. Although, as I'm sat here, there is still no here we go, but hopefully it's not too long away. I really expect the Wirtz thing to be done by the end of this week. If this isn't done by the end of this week, then I will start to feel a bit worried, I can't lie. But Wirtz basically just came out and confirmed his own transfer. He basically just came out and said, "I'm joining Liverpool. I don't want the number 10. I'm not bothered about the number 10. If McAllister's willing to give Wirtz for number 10, then that's a completely different story. If McAllister is willing to give up the number 10 shirt, which I wouldn't be, to be fair, I would not be giving up my shirt number for anyone. They can get their own shirt number." So hopefully McAllister doesn't do that, because I think that's a real show of a lack of respect if someone did come in and demand your shirt number. So it's good that Wirtz is not demanding the number 10 and is respectful of McAllister. And I don't think McAllister deserves to use the number 10. I don't think he's well worthy of that number 10 shirt, and he's proven he is. But look, a number's a number. A player's a player. Literally, it means nothing what the number is. So I don't know why a lot of people made a big deal out of him getting the number 10 and that. Like, seriously, it's not a big deal at all. So on the same day as this, we get more news about Milos Kerkez now. As the Wirtz thing looks like it's almost done, so does the Milos Kerkez thing now. I know I said this a couple of weeks ago or a couple of days ago as well, but it does look like finally, at last, the Kerkez deal is also coming to a conclusion. I think this one's dragged on a bit too long as well. I'm not sure whether the Wirtz saga has affected this one. Maybe Liverpool have focused more on getting Wirtz done first and kind of forgotten about Kerkez a bit and think we'll come back to that after. Or I'm not sure what's happened, but it does look like the Kerkez thing is the one that Liverpool have looked at and thought, we might come back to that later, but we want to get the Wirtz thing done first, because that is the big name signing that we're going to get to the door. But either way, Kerkez looks like he is on his way to Liverpool as well. Again, Romano confirmed that last night that is also in the final stage. So whoever we get the here we go on first out of those two, it's very close apparently. And I hope it is close, man. I want to get a here we go on both of these really soon, because I think it's dragged on a bit too long, and the longer it drags on, the more worried all of us Liverpool fans are going to get over this. So hopefully it happens, but looks like Kerkez and Wirtz are both on their way. So that is the good news. A little strange one here I wanted to speak about. Now, obviously, there's rumours of Luis Diaz potentially moving on into this summer. Now, with the message his partner put up, it looks like he was pretty much confirming his Liverpool exit, but the club have come out today and said they are baffled by talks of Diaz moving on, as they have no intention of selling. Now, this really, I don't understand this, because Diaz's partner puts up a message like that on social media, kind of like a goodbye message. Diaz is kind of quiet about it, and the club come out and said there's no intention of selling. I think it's great news personally. I think it's great news. If the club aren't looking to sell Diaz, then don't sell him at all. There's no need to sell him. But I think that just proves that someone is lying somewhere, because if the club aren't looking to sell Diaz, where are these transfer rumours coming from? It seems like he doesn't seem to want to go to Barcelona. He doesn't seem to want to go to the Saudi Pro League. He's very happy at Liverpool. So where these Diaz rumours are coming from, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. I know Diaz's dad is a Barcelona fan, and he's really been adamant that he wants his son to play for Barcelona one day. Well, if Diaz don't want to move, then you can't really do nothing about it, can you, mate? But yeah, it's really baffling where these Diaz rumours are coming from then. If Liverpool aren't interested in selling and want to keep, then, and Diaz wants to stay as well, then obviously there's someone there that is pushing a move. Now, I don't want to say too much, but maybe his missus wants to move. Maybe she wants a new environment. Maybe she wants to move to Spain. I'm not sure, but definitely feels like there's something there, or someone that Diaz knows is pushing for a move somewhere. But hopefully, like I said, he stays now. Unless you're going to replace Diaz with, like I said, Rodrigo, then don't sell him. People are saying Anthony Gordon to replace Luis Diaz. Not for me. Not for me. I don't want to be replacing Luis Diaz and bringing in Anthony Gordon. That's not something I want to see personally. I don't think Gordon is the best, I'll be honest. I think he's a decent player, but like I said, another overhyped player by the media. I think he's at Newcastle. That's where he should stay. And also, with his Everton background, would we really want Anthony Gordon, knowing that he was an ex-Evertonian? Would we? Because I wouldn't. I'd never trust an ex-Evertonian ever if they came to play for Liverpool, because they played for the Blues first. So I don't trust that. I really don't trust an ex-Evertonian coming in, because to me, you're an Evertonian. You're not a Liverpool player. You are an Evertonian. You played for them first. That is what you're going to be known as to me in my head. So never trust an Evertonian, guys. Never trust an Evertonian player. Literally. So yeah, very interesting on the Diaz one. That's an interesting saga, because it looks like Liverpool are interested in selling. It looks like we're not interested in selling at all. So where the rumours are coming from, I'm not too sure. But hopefully Diaz stays. Like I said, he's a great player, and I don't want to lose him. I don't want to lose him, because there's not a lot of left wingers out there in the market at the moment. Most of them are at clubs, and it's going to be a hard time getting them to leave their clubs. So keep Diaz. The final thing I wanted to touch on, and this is something that's got me quite intrigued, to be fair. The striker option at Liverpool now. We know Darwin Núñez is leaving Liverpool in the summer. That's pretty much confirmed, but I'm not really seeing much on who Liverpool are interested in replacing Núñez. Obviously, we need a proper striker this time around, not someone like a Núñez. We need a proper established striker, but there's no clear name that I see Liverpool looking at. The links are there. Ekitike, Alvarez links were there a bit. I'm even seeing Kerkez now. Osimhen. It's hard to say who we are going to go for as a striker. Personally, I don't think there's a lot of great striking options out there either. I think Kerkez is probably the best one, and he's being linked with a lot of clubs, by the way. I've seen Kerkez linked with Arsenal, United, Barcelona, a little bit of us now. The striking options aren't great, so if we're going to get someone, I would personally go for Kerkez, even though I'm not convinced on Kerkez either, coming from the Portuguese league like Núñez did. But out of everyone that is there, or all the options available, he probably is the best one, and he's probably the one that I'd say is the most sought after as well in Europe. So if I'm looking at a striking option at the moment, I would go for Kerkez, in my opinion. I would be getting Kerkez. But I'd also like Julian Alvarez. I think Julian Alvarez for Darwin Núñez in a swap deal would be a perfect transfer. Best of both worlds there. That would be my ideal choice, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So, who Liverpool go for as a striker? I genuinely don't know. I'm pretty sure we will sign a striker, but who it's going to be is an interesting one. It's a really interesting, very intriguing battle there, because there's not a lot out there, and there's not a lot of talent either, if I'm being honest. Like I said, I would go for Kerkez only because I think he's the best of the strikers available at the moment. But we'll have to see where the striking situation goes. I'm very interested to see who we get in as a striker. Hopefully whoever it is can, do bits for us and not be another Núñez. But yeah, that is it from me today. That is all. But I'll be back soon with you guys. Hopefully more on Wirtz, Kerkez coming up. More on Diaz maybe a bit, and hopefully some news starts to emerge on who we're going to be getting in as a striker. But that's it for me, guys. Liverpool Prophet, peace out. Remember, like, subscribe, comment. Liverpool Prophet, peace out. Up the Reg, let's go.